And we're back. So, last time on Corpse Factory, we had an actual mental breakdown on the floor of the mall. Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen now. A stinging cold ice pack bites the back of my cheek and rudely awakens me from my stupor. I don't know where I am. I don't remember why I'm here. But the sudden chill spreads across my face, nice. Almost soothing. I realize that somebody, a tall man, is holding the ice pack to my cheek. He motions for me to take a hold of it myself. I reach a sluggish hand to grab the ice pack and continue to press it against my skin. A man walks around the chair I'm seated in and stands behind a simple wooden desk to face me.
You can imagine my surprise when I recognized you.
Uh-oh. Huh? Opening my mouth in an attempt to talk because a dull ache in my jaw.
I apologize for treating you so roughly. The only reason I haven't called for the police is because I want to give you the opportunity to calm down and explain yourself.
Uh-oh. This guy. I know him, but from where? That's your fucking neighbor! Oh. Of course. It took me some time because I'm not used to seeing the security uniform. This is Kenji Ogawa, the very same guy who lives above my apartment building. A nice guy who greets me in the stairwell. The father of a sweet little Momo.
Mr. Ogawa?
Ah, so you odd completely out of it.
Where am I?
This is the mall security office. You caused quite a scene, Nariko.
A scene?
You don't remember. Well, give it some time. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
I try to think hard about the circumstances that led me here. I remember something about visiting the mall to buy a phone charger, but I don't think I ever found the store I was looking for. Some kind of anger or fear or something. Some familiar primal... Anyway. The inner demon, if you will.
Listen, Nariko. I've always thought you were a sweet girl. And Momo looks up to you, you know.
I get it.
Please, tell me that you're just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true.
The things I was screaming? An image of a smiling woman flashes in my mind. A twin woman, with beautiful features and lovely hair. The victim. The one who didn't die. That's right. I remember now. I lost my cool. I became so overwhelmed with frustration that she didn't die. I must have broken down and unleashed my anger here, right in the mall. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid! This is all because I went outside. I went somewhere I don't normally go. I'm usually fine about going to the office. It's familiar. The convenience store's fine too. In fact, my whole meticulously planned morning routine rarely bothers me. But the shopping mall? What was I thinking? I haven't been keeping up with my medication. Even if I was on top of it, going somewhere out of my comfort zone is always a risk. I need to start regulating my intake, taking a pill or two every other day, and when I feel like it, it's going to help me. Skipping days at a time and just popping a few in my mouth when I need to leave the house isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to follow the guidelines. I need to keep a strict schedule of when I take it. Damn it, Noriko. How am I supposed to be calm? Wow, I'm supposed to be calm all the time. Stoic. Unflinching Noriko. The fuck am I doing?
Nariko, you still look a bit flustered. Do you want to lie down for a bit before talking to me?
No.
Okay. Well, do you want to explain what happened?
No.
Huh. I never took you for a troublemaker. Please, Nariko. I'm begging you. Don't make me call the police. You were screaming about killing somebody. You were manic. You can't just act like that in public. You scared 100 people just trying to make their way through the mall. You scared me.
Knock at the door causes Kenji to flinch.
Ogawa, may I enter?
Yes. Please come in, Mr. Fujikawa.
The metal door separating the security room from the real door opens with a screech. A broad, intimidating man enters the small room and displaces all the air inside. Okay. Detective Gumshoe. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
This, sir?
Yes, sir. She's calm now.
Indeed.
The man, who seems to be some sort of detective, looks up at me and down with a sour expression.
Miss, your name?
I don't answer him.
I see.
Sir, if I may, this is Nariko Kurosawa. She's an acquaintance.
Is that so? An acquaintance? Well, that speaks volumes about your personal life, Ogawa.
Sir.
Leave us be. I wish to talk to her.
Yes, Mr. Fujikawa.
Kenji bows, his grim smile cracking under the fear as he exits the room. The detective, or whatever he is, towers over me, pulling out a badge from inside his jacket and flashes it at me.
My name is Fujikawa. I'm a detective, an investigator, for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. You must understand that we take death threats very seriously in the police force.
Huh? Excuse me, but Kenji said he didn't call the police.
Kenji? Ah, Ogawa. Well, never mind what he said. I was here already in regards to another case. I happened to witness your little outburst. Ogawa was kind enough to allow me a moment to interview you personally.
Right. So, what do you want to talk about?
Listen, if I were in your shoes, I'd drop the sardonic act. I have reasonable grounds to arrest you here and now.
His voice drips with pure venom. Guy isn't joking around. I squirm a little in my seat and remove the cold ice pack from my face.
Now, Miss Kurosawa, would you please explain to me who you are threatening to kill?
A wave of dread washes over me as the reality of my current situation starts to sink in. If I don't fly straight out and narrow here, I might be in for a world of trouble.
I apologize for my actions. I wasn't feeling like myself earlier. I regrettably skipped my medication recently.
Ha. The medication excuse. I'll play along. Were you hallucinating then?
No, sir. Not exactly.
I need to come up with something, and quickly, or I'm not getting out of here anytime soon.
See, I recently had an altercation with a coworker about a guy we both like.
The detective rolls his eyes at me.
Go on.
I guess I was a little upset about our fight, and really, we're actually quite good friends, so... I think a combination of that and missing my medication caused me to get a little too upset and say some things I don't really mean.
Mm-hmm. And how do I know you're not dangerous? Are you carrying any weapons, Miss Kurosawa?
Weapons? No, of course not.
I see. Well, you're going to have to permit me to search your belongings.
Uh-oh.
You understand that I can't allow you to leave until I have established that you're not a threat, right?
The detective lurches forward and roughly grabs my handbag.
Hey!
He tears it open and rummages around inside. I'm somewhat relieved that I'm traveling lightly today. I even left the 2 books I'm reading at home. He finds nothing of interest in the bag, save for one thing, my phone. He taps the screen toggle, the power button, and smacks the phone against his palm. Wow.
Is this broken?
I realize that the last drop of battery power must have finally drained. I'm probably lucky for that. If he found a certain thing on my phone, I might be in trouble. It's not like I keep corpse photos on there. That's what my collection of burner phones are for. But there are certain things that would be incriminating if they fell into his hands. My noise chat log with Kojiro, for starters. And then there are those images of Aoi and Tomoe, that famous singer that had her phone hacked and her private photos uploaded to the net. Aoi knows I have her photos. She's okay with it. Tomoe doesn't know about hers. That would be hard to explain. The singer, on the other hand, that was part of a big scandal a few months ago. Probably half of Japan has seen her photos. Still, I'd rather keep my personal matters completely private. I don't want this asshole looking into my affairs.
The battery is dead, sir.
Where is your charger then?
I don't have one with me.
He grunts and throws the phone at me, and I barely manage to catch it with my brittle, skeletal, clumsy fingers. Okay.
Wait here. I need to make a call.
He leaves the room unceremoniously, and I hear the scraping shriek of a steel deadbolt lock in the formidable door behind him. I breathe out and try to calm my nerves. I look down at my phone in my hands and see my mirror image counterpart peering at me in the black reflection. I don't look as good as I normally do. My makeup is smudged, which is strangely becoming more and more common for me. I think I've gained some weight. No, you haven't! My gaunt face seems fuller somehow, and my prominent cheekbones are softer. It's probably because you have ice on your face. You probably, like, slammed your face into the ground, or maybe, like, they had to restrain you and you got your face all swollen. This girl staring back at me, she's not wholly familiar. This is Noriko Kurosawa? This is Corpse Girl? I look like some aberration, some sickening concoction of myself, and some person I don't fully recognize. I don't understand how I could have gained weight. I've been eating less. Maybe the canned coffee I consume religiously contains more calories, and I realize I'll need to cut down immediately. A sour taste swirls around my tongue, and I swallow it reluctantly. I feel ill at the sight of myself. Again. I'm sorry. The steel door swings open and Fujikawa stomps in like an angry toddler.
Well, the precinct claims you don't have a prior record, Miss Kurosawa.
Yeah.
That's good news for you, I'm sure. But it's a fucking pain in the ass for me.
Oh well, not my problem. Sounds like your problem. I flinch at his apparent anger and recoil slightly in my chair.
You're free to go. However, I'll remember you. Another incident like this, and I'll have you in for a psychological assessment faster than you can blink.
I can do nothing but nod as a wave of relief washes over me.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, for the love of God, go eat something. You look like a starving child.
Fujikawa spins on his heels with force and once again leaves me sitting alone. That's not how Sorry. I take a minute to collect my thoughts before packing up my belongings and shove them into my handbag. As I leave the security office, I spot Kenji standing outside the door. He bows his head meekly.
Take care, Noriko.
Yeah.
He doesn't lift his head as I walk away. You could at least give him... an explanation, Noriko. In fact, I feel like... I don't know, maybe I'm way too comfortable with talking about my struggles. But I feel like if you told him, hey, you know, like, I'm sorry for my actions. I forgot to take my medication. I got a little frustrated and it got out of control. You might not understand. Sorry for the inconvenience. Like, you could have, you know? He's so nice to you. Whatever. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her. Weak of flesh and weak of will. Weak. 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 Noriko can't control her emotions. Noriko can't face the world outside with the help of peppy pink pills. Noriko. 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 She keeps calling herself that. I keep calling myself that. But I'm more than that. More than her. I'm Corpse Girl. I'm bigger than the frail body before me. My looks matter in the grand scheme of things. What does my ego matter? Uh-oh. Oh, what was that? What's happening? What? I want to be beautiful, thin, gorgeous. Well, you don't call me gorgeous. It makes me feel good. That doesn't matter. None of it matters. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Corpse Girl matters. She will succeed, and the world will continue to spin. I need to gain weight, or lose weight. I need to look like Aoi with a small frame and cute feature, and that bust is too hard to look away from. I look like Tomoe with her fuller figure, her obscene fashion sense, and these oddly beautiful eyes that she doesn't deserve. I need to look like Yuriko with her bad haircut, terrible piercing, and trashy clothes. I need to look like Mother, who's just like me and Yuriko combined, with vacant eyes that used to be sparkling and clear but now just glaze over whenever you try to talk to her. I need to look like Noriko, with her dark hair and her intense gaze and her healthy, acceptable frame. My god. I don't need to look like a skeleton, this living corpse. I don't need to look like this physical embodiment of hunger and longing and lust and fear and stress and anxiety and uncertainty, ambition and exhaustion.
Fuck you.
God, we're having a uh-oh. I curse at the mirror and spit at my own reflection.
Fuck you.
Uh-oh, I need to put another advisory. Uh-oh. I clench my fists until my nails dig and tear into my flesh, letting blood trickle between my knuckles and drip down to the carpet.
I don't want to be you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
But I am you. I am Corpse Girl. This is what I always wanted. The sense of belonging that I always sought. The feeling of home that I reclaimed after something was lost. After Mother moved and Yuriko got put on ice. And after I found this apartment, I felt strange at first. This is who I am.
I love your hair.
Oh, God.
Your eyes. I love you. Don't ever leave me. Don't leave.
I raised 2 fingers to my mouth and kissed them gently, and pressed them against the mirror.
I love you. Don't ever change.
Noriko, please go to bed. Sunday, June 7th. To my absolute delight, I woke up this morning feeling really refreshed. I was worried that my temporary incarceration. Thank you. Words. At the mall would continue to stress me out today. Stretch? Thankfully, my fears were unfounded. I spent the early morning cleaning up my room. I had to use some elbow grease to get a few specks of blood out of the carpet, and had to clean a bit of my lipstick off the mirror. I even took my medication with a tall glass of water, and I didn't skip the pills. I don't like this time. It'll be some time before I feel stable, maybe even a few weeks, but the fact that I'm already taking steps forward has done wonders for my mood. Today's the day to stay inside and work on me. Can't have another incident like yesterday. Can't break down in public and put myself at risk. I can't break down at home again and feed on my insecurities and anxieties. I need to be strong for Corpse Girl. For me. With my room now clean, I decide to spend a little time tidying the rest of my apartment. As I work, I make myself a new mental checklist of commitments. Noriko's promise list, if you will. Commitment number 1. I'm not going to lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their demise. Just because that twin woman didn't kill herself doesn't mean I'm a failure. If I had 3 successes before her, I'll have more successes again. I just need to try harder, work harder, find my methods, and keep moving forward. And I'm not dead. I'm not at a dead end yet. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. After all, Kojiro's connection with the morgue may very well be the ace that I need to win. Commitment number 2. I'm going to improve myself. I won't say that I'll fix myself. I'm not broken, not yet. I'm going to improve. I'll keep up with my medication. I'll keep up with my social life. And that means keeping in touch with a few friends I have. Aoi, Shinya, and even Tomoe. I'm going to eat a little more. Not much more because I want to stay slim, but enough to give me more energy and more motivation. I don't want to be weak anymore. Commitment number 3. The last one. I'm going to get over Aoi. I love her. I've loved her since high school. In those days, she always stood by me, my insecurities and my anxieties, and never pushed her away. She knew what I was going through, what I still go through. And she could relate to me. She has her own compulsions and anxieties to deal with, so I can't lean on her like I used to. Instead, it's my turn to help her out. But I will move on from obsessing over her. She isn't ready for a relationship, as she explained all of the reasons why she rejected me so long ago. Clinging to the hope that one day we'll be together isn't good for my current state. I need to be moving on, moving forward. I need to let go. She is, and always will be, my dearest friend, and I always love her, but I will let her remain as simply my friend, and I will find someone else to call a lover. This last commitment makes me really feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Instead of obsessing over Aoi, spending countless nights lying in bed looking at her photos, thinking about her at odd hours of the day, instead of all that, I'll be able to move on. Even if it takes some time, I'll find someone who wants to be with me. There are plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. I can't say there's anyone in particular that I have my eye on just yet. My social circle is pretty limited after all. Genia is a guy I'm simply not interested in. There's no spark there, and there never will be. Fillmore is as irritating as I find her. She's oddly alluring. I don't like her clothes or makeup, but the whole aesthetic that she's built for herself, hello. But some part of me would kill to spend a passionate night with her. Hello? Hello? And then there's Kojiro. That weird, awkward, strange alien creature that I just can't wrap my head around. He said I'm gorgeous. He really said that. But he's too weird. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would stalk you and stab you if you ever broke up with him. Oh god. For now, I can't think of anyone I would seriously pursue. But I'll give it some time. I have all the time in the world. That's right, Noriko. That's right. You're okay. You'll be fine, maybe. I find myself smiling as I finish tidying up the apartment. Having a nice, clean place to live really does help lift spirits. I do say, they say that your room is the state of your mind. So if you clean your room, you'll feel better. But that doesn't solve all your problems either. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to get rid of that lingering scent of mold that always wafts around. Oh my god. Oh man, do I feel that one. My last apartment, I was getting so sick because of the smell of mold and mildew. It was so bad. It's a musty odor that seems to be ingrained in every walls of the apartment building for at least as long as I've lived here. I know it's not coming from my apartment because it's pretty easy to smell from downstairs too. And as far as I can tell, my place is completely mold-free. I might not be the best at cleaning, but if nothing else, I keep the disgusting mold out of my home. Still, the occasional odor aside, my place is clean and cozy now. I lay down on the couch and stretch my body, letting the taut muscles stiffen and then relax. The day is still early, and I feel good that all my chores are completely done. The icing on the cake is the fact that Corpse Girl has 2 new requests sitting patiently in her inbox. I logged in earlier and saw them, but decided to sort out my cleaning first. Now I can reward myself by spending the rest of the day working on new requests. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect. 2 requests to work on is better than I could hope for, and I'm sure at least one of these new victims will fall. My positive attitude will go a long way ensuring my success this time. Unable to restrain myself anymore, I snatch up my laptop from its charging port next to the couch. I flip open the lid and gaze at the photos I downloaded earlier. My 2 new victims, fresh blood. The fuck? This is the first older male, maybe in his 50s. Typical businessman type. Whoa! Whoa! I accidentally clicked the mouse wheel. He might as well be a clone of every other nondescript man you see on the subway, at the supermarket, on TV. If I had to guess, I'd take a leap and say his miserable wife wants him out of the picture. Maybe she's unhappy with their finances, or she's having an affair. Or she's just tired of his clone face and his clone personality. Regardless, somebody wants this unremarkable man removed from the face of this unremarkable world. The second victim is much, much more interesting. 2 things strike me as noteworthy about this photo. Firstly, the cleavage, of course. Noriko! Secondly is the image of a photograph of a photograph. Somebody has snapped a picture of an actual physical photograph and uploaded it to the site. The photograph is in good condition, as though its owner values it above all else. Signature is scribbled across it in white ink. It's an autographed photo of someone who perhaps is moderately famous. I don't recognize the woman in question, and the signature is such a mess that I can't make out a single kanji in her name. Regardless, I would be willing to bet that it's a disgruntled fan is requesting her death. If she's an idol, or a singer, or an actor, it wouldn't be unheard of for something like this to happen. A fanboy gets to meet her a few times, they shake hands at events, whatever. He asks her out, and she politely declines. And then the obsession begins. If the fanboy can't have her, no one can. Kill her. Kill her. Well, that's the theory I slowly pieced together as I examined some of the finer details in the photo. The reasons behind the request don't really matter. They never matter. I'll get them all the same. I'm going to work on the woman's photo first. I'll timestamp the photo with tomorrow's date and send it to her this afternoon. This should give her about 24 hours or so to give up on life and light herself on fire. That's not funny, but just why that one? Why that very specific one? Maybe I'll do the same with the businessman. I'll give him a timestamp set at 24 hours from when I send the photo. It'd be kind of fun to schedule 2 deaths to occur around the same time. It'll make tomorrow a very exciting day. With my goals set, I load up the database of the deceased and get to work. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. Monday, June 8th. I'm rather proud of myself today. During my morning routine, I made sure to take my medication in the correct dose and even washed it down with water. It didn't even interfere with my strict schedule. I still managed to catch the usual train. I got to the convenience store at the usual time and arrived at the office without a hitch. I can keep up this dedication, this commitment to improving myself. I know I can be stronger than ever. Strong enough to fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. I greeted both Shinya and Tomoe when I came into the office and even made small talk for a few minutes. Since the day has nearly ended now, I'm going to make effort to chat with them again before heading home. Being social will help me get through this. That's what Aoi used to tell me anyway. At least before she stopped being social herself. It's about 5:45 p.m., and although both of my latest victims should have gone by now, I don't feel the need to obsessively check for their obituaries. I have a new alert set on my phone, of course. If it uncovers anything, I'll be notified, but if it doesn't, I won't stress out. Playing it cool. Cool, stoic, unflinching Noriko. The drone in the office always reaches the deer air this evening? What does that mean? It's actually quite pleasant being able to sit in a quiet environment and feel the soft breeze of the air conditioner against my skin. I like to take this time to slowly pack away my things and get ready for my journey home. As I take off my headphones and stretch my arms to orange, Tomoe approaches me with a spring in her step.
Yeah, what up, slut?
What up, slut? Going on, hoe? I love Tomoe. She's grown on me. I didn't like her at first. She grew on me. And you know what? I do want a hot, steamy night with her. About a week ago, I would have taken Tomoe's greeting as an insult. Now that I know her a little better, I can tell she's actually being affectionate. Despite any differences we may have once had, she really seems to have warmed up on me lately.
Hello. How did your day go? You know, same old. What about you?
It went well, thanks.
What about you?
Good to hear. You know, Shinya and I are supposed to go out tonight, but
Oh, what's wrong?
hasn't he seemed, like, kinda off today? He can barely look me in the eye.
Really? I spoke to him this morning. He seemed okay.
You don't reckon he's seen another woman, do ya?
Oh, but I think he's getting forced to do something he doesn't want to do.
Another woman?
Some fragment of memory, some glimpse of a murky recollection, flutters around the corner of my mind, just out of reach. Shinya and another woman. Nothing on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite formulate my thoughts.
Shinya isn't the type to cheat, though, so I don't know.
Cheating? No, Shinya wouldn't do that. He was so nervous when he spoke to me about being pressured into sex. Oh! That's it! The memory was... flitting? What the fuck? Flitting. Around the edges of my consciousness has come back to light. Shinya spoke to me, hypothetically, about being pressured into sex. He said Tomoe wasn't the one pressuring him. So who was he talking about? Is this something I should talk to Tomoe about? If Shinya is really having a hard time and acting differently around Tomoe, then the relationship could really be in trouble. What is it, my place to say something? Yes! Oh my god, fucking... Oh my... I can't stand the bystander effect, dude. I can't stand it. It pisses me off. If you know something that could potentially help your friends, fucking say it. Don't just stand there and be like, oh, I don't be part of this. Sorry. Shinya spoke to me in confidence. He's my friend. But Tomoe is my friend too. She seems genuinely worried about him. I take a deep breath. This is just office drama like usual. Noriko would normally just reject all of this and ignore these people. She wouldn't give it a second thought. But that's unhealthy, anxious, scared, weak Noriko. I don't want to be that girl anymore. I can be more than that. I'm improving day by day. And part of that improvement involves being more social. Good for me, right? Shinya and Tomoe are my friends. People want their friends to be happy. That's normal. Normal. It's normal. Right? I think so. Therefore, I want them to be happy. Together. I swallow hard and speak my mind.
Tomoe, I think that Shinya may be involved with another woman.
What? Are you serious?
Listen though, it's not exactly how it sounds. He came to me a little while ago and asked what to do if someone pressured him into sex. I know that you're not the one he was referring to, so I think he may be in trouble. I think someone else might be forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
What the fuck? He spoke to you about it, but not me?
Tomoe, he seemed really depressed about it. I think he wanted to resolve the situation without having to worry you.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but who the hell is trying to seduce him?
I'm afraid I have no clue about that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for telling me this anyway. Now at least I know something's up with him. I'm gonna speak to him. I'll make him cough up what's what.
Easy there, Tomoe, easy.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do?
Yeah, cause I'll let him know that I'll take care of everything. If some bitch is putting the moves on my Shinya, I'll smack him into the ground.
Of course. I don't know why I ever doubted you.
Tomoe grins, despite her obvious frustration, and gives me a thumbs up.
Thanks, Skank. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, thanks. Be easy on him, okay? He seems very fragile.
Okay. Good luck.
She spins on her heel and leaves me behind. I think I did the right thing. Surely Tomoe will get to the bottom of the situation. I watch as she wanders over to Shinya's desk. They exchange a few words I can't hear from my position. Tomoe then leaves, and Shinya sluggishly lowers his head to rest against his desk. Now that Tomoe has left the office, only a handful of stragglers remain on the floor. Myself and Shinya included. I find myself watching Shinya for more than a few minutes. He doesn't seem to notice that my gaze is locked on him. A few of our co-workers take their leave, and an eerie quiet descends over an empty office floor. I remain in my chair, staring intently at Shinya's distraught face. We're the only ones still here. He doesn't show any signs of moving. It's kind of unnerving to see him like this. It's not like he's the peppiest or most energetic person I've ever met, but to see him so drained and motionless makes me feel uncomfortable. I owe it to my newest convictions to go and talk to Shinya. More than that, I owe it to him. You do! You cause him so much trouble. I find myself striding towards his desk before my mind even registers that I'm moving.
Hey.
I'm slightly startled when he immediately looks up at me. The sudden movement is reminiscent of a corpse springing to life in a B-grade zombie film.
Oh, Noriko.
Hi, Shinya.
Not feeling well?
Not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here if I'm unwell. I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't sweat it.
I'll, take my leave then.
If he leaves now, I won't feel like I've done anything to help him. As awkward as it feels to pry into his personal affairs, I need to dig deeper if I'm going to try and help him feel better. But what do I even say? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's happening. Okay. Save. Okay, so... Okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna ever reload, but if what I say doesn't help Shinya, I'm reloading. Because Shinya deserves the fucking best, okay? He's just the goodest boy. We already know he's not having, well, I don't know. We already know he's not having trouble with Tomoe, but should we ask that? Should we just be blunt? Tell me what's wrong.
Tell me what's wrong.
I don't expect my blunt words to get through to him. I don't expect anything, really. I'm not used to confronting people about shit that they're facing in their personal lives. I'm usually content by simply sitting on the sidelines and watching.
No need to worry. I'll be okay.
No. He tries to smile, but his composure cracks under the weight of his blatant lie. I quickly try to piece together what I know about his current situation. Based on silvers of information I've been drip-fed, I'm certain that somebody has been sexually assaulting him. At the very least, someone has been trying to force him into doing something he doesn't want to do. I don't know who that person could be. It could be somebody from the office. It could be someone from his private life. I'm confident that it's not Tomoe. Shinya isn't the kind of person to stand up for himself, and he's probably not the type of person to speak up when he's feeling down. But his recent composure reveals volumes about how he's truly feeling. Whatever the situation is, it's painfully obvious that Shinya is a victim. Whatever is happening in his life is not his fault, and he's too proud or stoic or embarrassed to seek help himself, even for his own girlfriend. If I don't put one foot forward and cut to the chase, chances are Shinya will never build up the courage to ask for help before it's too late.
Someone is sexually assaulting you, right?
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even flinch, which I have to give him credit for. This is a guy that couldn't keep from blushing the last time the word sex was mentioned around him.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, being blunt worked. His calm response and even calmer demeanor divulges his inner turmoil.
I see.
I don't know what to say next. I see probably wasn't the best starting point, but I'm truly at loss for words. He confessed so readily, and I expected more resistance.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't tell anyone. Not you. Not Tomoe. I can't even tell my father, and he's a detective. A powerful authority figure.
Uh-oh, did I meet your dad in the mall earlier?
There's nothing I can do. I'm trapped.
Trapped. It's a feeling I'm all too familiar with. It's a feeling shared by countless victims. Not that Shinya and I have ever gone through the same trauma. A part of me can't help but wonder if that feeling of helplessness is what flashes through the mind of my own victims. Actually, I don't have to wonder. I know it's true. The realization makes me feel simultaneously queasy and satisfied.
What will happen if you tell someone?
I don't know. If the truth comes out, I could lose my job. I could lose Tomoe.
His job? That it's somebody we work with. Somebody in this very office has been taking advantage of Shinya. It's the fucking boss! Hello! Ding ding, it's the boss. I said this from the beginning.
It's somebody here then.
I speak my thoughts aloud and he looks directly at me.
How?
You're worried you'll lose your job if you come forward. It's obvious. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound rude. If this person found out you came forward, you'd lose your job. Then it's someone in power. A manager. An exec. And that's why you can't tell me.
That's right.
I nod. I can see the predicament.
So, you don't have to say another word to me.
Huh?
It wouldn't be your fault if I stumbled upon someone assaulting you. It wouldn't be your fault if I was around to witness it.
Noriko.
A gleam of resolution sparkles from deep within Shinya's cloudy eyes. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about! Woo! Let's help baby Shinya! It's almost as if he comes up with a brilliant scheme. A scheme that I, not so subtly, planted in his mind. Shinya takes a deep breath before collecting his bag.
I'm taking the elevator up to the executive offices. Please don't follow me.
Sure, I will not follow you into the offices. With that, he gently pushes past me and makes a beeline for the elevator. As the door closes behind him, the familiar thrum of the elevator pans around me. I stand still and close my eyes. I count to 100 in my head, giving Shinya a generous head start. The sun dips behind the office towers in the distance while my eyes are closed. When I finally finish counting, I open my eyes to a dark and empty office. With a deep breath, I walk in the traces of Shinya's footsteps towards the elevator. I've never been to this level of the building before. What reason would I have to visit the executive's office? When the execs have business with the junior staff, they descend from his lofty perch and grace us with their presence on their 14th floor.
I'm surprised you came to see me again.
Ugh. A woman's voice from nearby catches my attention. It's a hushed yet aggressive tone, like the whisper of a venomous serpent.
Are you finally going to let me have my way?
Ew. Ew, you're disgusting. Creep out of the elevator, hoping against the hope that the ding of the elevator arrival wasn't noticed by the owner of the unidentified voice.
Stop it.
That was Shinya's voice. Creep around the corner and catch a glimpse of two bodies at the nearby desk. Ew!
Come on now. I'm tired of playing games with you.
Ew! I feel sick. I'm sorry. Okay, I need a minute. Okay.
You want to please me, don't you? I'm your superior after all.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. I don't want to talk about stuff here on YouTube, but this might be a little too much for me.
How can you expect to get ahead in this company without sucking up to your superiors?
For me, Ida. I know it was her. We already knew. The executive with Shinya's career in her hands. Very same woman who blamed Shinya for the mishap with hiring Aoi. So the whole situation was more in depth than I originally thought. It was never about Aoi. It was about holding power over Shinya.
Miss Ida, please, I just came here to...
Oh, shh. I don't want to hear it. Take your shirt off.
Ew, 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 ew.
I
swallowed hard. I knew that Shinya was in trouble, but I didn't expect things to escalate so quickly. I don't have time to think rationally. I stride forward rather loudly and purposely bump into the desk, sending the plotted pant tumbling to the carpeted floor with a dull thwump. Ultimately, neck pivots at full speed as she turns to face towards me. Her eyes narrow into a hateful slit as she withdraws from Shinya. Within seconds, Kotomi has abandoned Shinya and withdrawn closer to me.
Kurosawa, what in hell's name do you think you're doing here? This level is for executives only. I should have you thrown out of here by security.
Fujikawa isn't an executive either, Miss Ida. And he looks quite at home here.
Shinya stands in the background, shyly tidying his shirt. Kotomi's eyes somehow narrow even further, to the point where I'm certain she can't possibly see anything.
Fujikawa's business here is none of your concern, Kurosawa. Leave. Now, or I'll have you forcefully removed.
I fold my arms over my chest and dig my heels into the ground. I'm not the one for confrontation. I'm not the one to hold my ground against powerful adversary. And yet, this vivid image of Tomoe has bloomed in my mind. Tomoe is so strong-willed and head over heels in love with Shinya. Tomoe, who would do anything to protect the guy that she adores. In Tomoe's absence, it falls to me to protect Shinya.
Fuck off, you filthy skank.
Oh! That's what I'm talking about, right there, baby! Bugger! I can't believe the foul words that fumble out of my mouth. Apparently, Kotomi can't believe it either because her eyes finally widen and her jaw drops. She looks like a stupid fucking idiot. Somehow, Tomoe is... I'm sorry. Hey, somebody's calling me? Stop. My words echo into her own. That or I've just managed to find a temporary burst of encouragement.
What did you say to me?
I said you're a filthy fucking skank.
You heard me loud and clear. Back off from Shinya. If I catch word that you're harassing him, I'll have you in a legal headlock quicker than you can blink.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Trust me, I know enough to bury a dirty slut like you.
Oh. Kotomi grits her teeth and vein protrudes from her forehead. Without another word, she simply pushes past me. Her shoulder slams into mine, but by some minor miracle, I manage to hold my ground. I hear her footsteps fade away as she leaves the floor. I exhale sharply, and a wave of dizziness suddenly washes over me.
Noriko, that was amazing!
I nod and sway a little, and then take another deep breath and rebalance myself.
Happy to be of assistance.
I can tell Shinya doesn't know what to do next. He looks like he wants to hug me, but given the gravity of the recent situation, we both silently just decide that's maybe not the best idea. Instead, he settles for patting my shoulder with his hand.
Thank you, Noriko. Thank you so much. I don't know where you get your courage. Perhaps I could stand to learn a thing or two from you.
Don't sweat it.
I'm going to go home for now. I hope that's okay.
That's fine, Shinya.
Of course. Go get some rest.
Tina smiles for the first time in a while, and then he releases his hand from my shoulder. I hope that doesn't get him in more trouble, though, honestly. People like that. After he's gone, I collapse into a nearby chair and listen to the frenzied sound of blood pounding through my veins. God, that was really intense. I got a achievement called Forge a Bond with Shinya. In the shower.